Hello and welcome to Pro Tour Honolulu. I'm Randy Buehler here with Brian David-Marshall. We're back in Hawaii for the first time in 3 years. The players have been here, they've set up in their beach houses, and they're all trying to figure out what to play in Alara block constructed. This is just all Alara all the time this weekend.
Right, we've got 10 rounds of Alara block constructed, which is what we're starting with today. And then we're going to have 6 rounds sandwiched over the 2 days of Alara block draft.
And then the top 8 is booster draft.
Right, I'm excited.
It's going to be awesome. So Alara block constructed is really the thing that everybody's talking about. Round 1 has just started, so we're starting to get a sense, what have people shown up to play? And the defining deck in the format is clearly the Jund deck, and the defining card clearly Bloodbraid Elf.
Right. There will be Bloodbraid was the message that came loud and clear out of the Magic Online Championship Series Championship, which is kind of a mouthful to say. But and there were
32.
A full 32 Bloodbraid Elves in the top 8 of that event. Jund aggro, Putrid Leeches, Bloodbraid Elves, Maelstrom Pulses.
Lightnings, Terminates. Right. And now you can take that basic skeleton and you can go a little faster. You can go Hackblade. You can go Blood Hollows if you want to. You know, Border Pose can speed that up a little bit. Or you can go slow. You can go more Bituminous Blast. You can go Broodmate Dragon and take it slow. And that's really what everybody else is reacting against. That deck now, as of last weekend on Magic Online, that's got the target on its forehead, and today we're going to find out, can it hold up? Can people beat it now that they know that's what they have to beat, or not?
Right.
What did you see walking around this
Looking
morning?
around the room, I saw a lot of 5-color control.
Really?
So 5-color control, still a deck that runs Bloodbraid Elf, runs Bituminous Blast, runs...
I mean, that's the best card advantage in the format.
Runs Broodmate Dragons.
Sure.
But also then topping out on Sphinx of the Steel Wind, topping out on Nicol Bolas, topping out on Obelisk of Alara, topping out on Progenitus in some cases.
That's hilarious.
I saw a lot of Jund aggro. And again, some people trying to come in under, like strafing under the Jund decks that came out of the championship
Right, so can you be even faster?
So even faster. Rip Clan Crasher is a card I've seen a lot of people playing. Okay. Again, Blightnings and sort of topping out on the Bloodbraid Elves.
Oh, that's the top of your curve?
Right.
All right.
Then I've seen some Bant decks.
Okay.
Which seems to be might be the Japanese tech for this event. And I've seen a lot of Esper.
I saw some Esper running around this morning. And it seems like that's another one that you can take in a couple of different directions, right? You can go aggro Glaze Fiend. You can go more Sharoom is really powerful, going up to Sphinx of the Steel Wind potentially. There's even an infinite combo that you can build into that deck with, Glass Dusk Hulk, a mouthful. Glass Dusk Hulk, that guy, if you've got 2 Sharooms bringing each other back, all of a sudden the thing just goes +1/+1 forever and you can attack unblockable.
It's an infinitely large unblockable.
So that's kind of fun. It's a little slow, but I mean you can kind of put those cards in your deck anyway and maybe shuffle it up as a backup plan.
Right. You can actually check out, if you look at my column today, I have links to all 246 decks that were in the Magic Online Championship Series. So if you want to sort of scout and see what the decks look like for this format. Again, lots of Bloodbraid Elves. There's a 1 creature deck in 14th place, I think. It's a creatureless control deck. It has 1 Sphinx of the Steel Wind, lots of Wrath of Gods.
Yeah, Wall of Denial is another key card in this format that we haven't really talked about. There's this little undercurrent of because everybody's got Terminates and Maelstrom Pulses, all of a sudden untargetable creatures get really good. So Earls come in. If you've got those colors of mana, Wall of Denial comes in. You can't terminate those, you can't Maelstrom Pulse those. But now, as a reaction, all the Jund decks are packing Fleshbag Marauder.
Right. There was an interesting dynamic at the deal tables last night.
There you go.
Earl the Miststalker just like
it's like a $20 card
quintupled
now, right?
in price over the course of the event. And as that happened, as Wall of Denials were in demand, suddenly Fleshbag Marauder became like the fact or fiction of this tournament.
They were fetching a pretty penny at the dealer tables.
The highly desirable uncommon.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's your block constructed format. It's going to be pretty interesting. I mean, there's a fair amount going on for a format that looks like it was all about Bloodbraid Elf.
Sure. I mean, again, it harkens back to Pro Tour Yokohama, which was the last block constructed Pro Tour, which was in the weeks leading up to it. There were white weenie decks dominating the online events, right? They were dominating them. Paulo Vitor Dama de Rosa had a white weenie deck. Everyone played it. I don't remember if it took 7 or 8 spots, but it took a dominating position in the top 8. And it was like, oh my gosh, this is the deck to beat. Well, it got beaten soundly.
Yes.
It barely advanced to day 2. People brought in Sulfur Elementals. People brought in all sorts of anti-white cards. And
yeah.
So
I think this Jund deck is tougher to hate, but we'll see. I mean, it could be interesting. Now, what players are you looking for this weekend? We've been talking a lot about the decks and the format, but who are the players to watch?
My checklist when I come to an event these days starts LSV, Gabriel Nassif, Tomohiro Saito. Those are the 3 players I think are playing some of the best Magic on the planet right now.
Okay.
They just consistently top 8 events. They're all jockeying for the lead in the Player of the Year race. I also always check in on Martin Juza, who I think is like one of the most exciting players on the rise right now. Regularly top 16s events, has just been tearing it up this year. And I mentioned a guy in my column a couple weeks ago, FF Freak, who won a number of PEs, Brad Nelson.
Yeah, this guy is LSV from 3 years ago.
Absolutely.
It's your line, but it's a great line. 3 years ago, nobody knew who LSV was, except everyone on Magic Online lived in fear of this guy. And, he finally got around to playing a qualifier, and all of a sudden, he takes over the Pro Tour. Right, that's Brad Nelson right now. By the way, Brad Nelson playing very first Pro Tour he's ever played. First round feature match, Luis Scott Vargas. Welcome to the Pro Tour, Brad Nelson. Takes the first game, drops the next 2. You can read about that in the feature match coverage. Bill Stark wrote up the match.
Yeah, very exciting. He said after the match, he said, wow, real life Magic is a lot harder than it looks, essentially.
It is different from Magic Online, very much so. A lot of old timers have come out of the woodwork for this event too. I mean, Hawaii, just such an attractive location to go hang out and play Magic for a weekend. That you've got, Finkel made the trip, a bunch of the guys who've moved to Curacao made the trip. Paul Cheon's back. Dave Williams walked away from the World Series of Poker for a week to take a break, come here. It's just a lot. Brian Kibler, you seen the white suit he's got?
It's pretty stunning.
Pretty stunning. So
even the players, old-time players who are not here are here. We've got a couple of decks by Neil Reeves in this tournament.
Really?
Neil Reeves is in Curacao with a lot of these players. He plays a lot of Magic Online apparently.
Sure.
Has been playing the heck out of the block constructed format. He has 2 Neil Reeves homebrews in the tournament in the hands of players. I'm really excited to see those decks. Neil Reeves
one of them is your favorite deck too. That's the old Glaze Fiend Thopter Foundry shenanigans.
Yeah, anytime you're sort of on the same wavelength as Neil Reeves, you feel pretty good as a Magic player.
Well, that's the story here from Honolulu. Stay tuned to MagicTheGathering.com. Brian and I will be on Twitter. We'll be on the Tournament Center. We'll be bringing you updates live all weekend long.
Yeah.
So
Magic Pro Tour on Twitter.
Stay
Follow us.
tuned.